The Navy SEAL captain involved in the Hell Week training program that saw the death of candidate Kyle Mullen last year. Captain Brad Geary is speaking out about the report that found multiple problems with the program. Stephanie Ramos has the story.
This morning, in a broadcast exclusive, the Navy commander in charge of SEAL training when a candidate died, now speaking out.
I was devastated.
Captain Brad Geary defending himself and blasting a nearly 200-page report digging into the SEAL training course after 24-year-old Kyle Mullen from New Jersey collapsed, then passed away hours after completing the grueling so-called Hell Week in February 2022. The review finding the training had become so tough it was dangerous, a claim Geary denies.
That entire report mischaracterizes, misrepresents, and misquotes our organization. And naval special warfare, because it was built off of a bias that was inappropriate and regurgitated untruths that simply didn't exist.
Mullen, a football captain at Yale, had just finished the demanding 5.5 sleepless days of underwater and tactical training when a final medical check showed his lungs were deemed abnormal and his legs so swollen he was sent to the barracks in a wheelchair. Geary says Mullen's vitals were, quote, very clean and that the wheelchair was for his comfort. He says it's not unusual for candidates to have symptoms of swelling or abnormal lungs after Hell Week. Once Mullen got to the barracks, he struggled to breathe. No medical personnel was available on site. Mullen dying several hours later. An autopsy determined that the young sailor died due to a combination of pneumonia and swimming-induced pulmonary edema. The report finding medical staff were, quote, poorly organized, poorly integrated, and poorly led, putting candidates at significant risk.
Do you feel responsible for Kyle's death, being that you were the commander during his time there?
There's a weight on the shoulders of every commanding officer that is served, and I don't think that weight can be reduced down to one term like responsibility. I will always carry the weight of Kyle's death on my shoulders. What I feel responsible for is speaking truth to ensure that it never happens again.
Is there anyone that you do hold accountable for Kyle's death?
No. His death was a tragedy, and this is one thing I agree with the report on. It was a perfect storm of factors that all combined at the wrong possible moment in time and resulted in the tragic loss of Kyle.
Mullen's mother, Regina, heartbroken over the loss of her son and frustrated at the lack of action and accountability.
The Navy SEAL Code, Item 4 says, take responsibility for your actions and the actions of your teammates. He's the commander. The commander's supposed to command. 4 people almost died that day. My son, unfortunately, died. He's responsible. I don't know how he could say he's not.
The Navy has since implemented changes, but Regina says they don't go far enough.
I think there needs to be serious consequences for accountability. And I think the medical is just basically archaic. It's really archaic and abusive, and the men, our elite men, deserve more.
They certainly do. Kyle Mullen's mother is asking for a congressional inquiry into her son's death. Mullen's former commander, Brad Geary, told us he is asking for the same.
Okay, Stephanie, thanks very much. It is a tough story. Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.